Well, hello. This is Half Full Monty coming to you live and in color from Perlita, my casita travel trailer at my home base here at Poverty Point. Was going to go over a few things about my last little camp out at Meridian State Park. Uh, it's a CCC built park. I think they finished it in the early 30s. Uh, it was the CCC folks that built this park were veterans from World War One, and uh, so it's if you're acquainted with the CCC thing, it's kind of interesting. My dads and all my uncles were in the CCC as youth, but anyway, the Meridian State Park is a small park, and uh, something to be said about the name, the Meridian. It's the city there, but it's on the 98th Meridian, and that's basically a line that goes from the North Pole to the Arctic uh, Circle, ocean down there, and it basically splits the United States right down the middle, and it splits Texas right down the middle, and so it's a kind of a divider area from your in Texas. You've got your coastal east piney woods that turns into uh, your prairie and hill country, but prairie, and then it goes from prairie into a more desert. As far you go out further out West Texas, it's desert. So it's like right in the middle there. It's the divider. So uh, there's it's kind of an interesting thing there. But anyway, that's Meridian and Meridian State Park. Anyway, the campground has 8 full hookups sites, and which is not a lot, uh, but they're all shaded, level, um, and they have a dump station and a restroom shower. Uh, they uh, have uh, 6 water and electric uh, sites, and they're limited to RVs if you go is tent camping, or if you have like a teardrop or something under not over 19 feet. You can't go over 19 feet and go down there. The full hookup sites you could get, uh, and I saw some like a diesel pusher or two in there, so you can get big rigs in there. You don't want to go in there at night. I mean, there are shades, so there are some trees and some things to look for. But anyway, then they have 8 primitive sites, and then they have a group uh, primitive site, and then they have a youth group site, and they have 6 screen shelters, uh, and they have a lot of shelters. They have 6 screen shelters, is what they call. There's a 2-day minimum on those, and uh, then they have 9 more screen shelters, uh, and I think there must be some kind of a upgrade on those. Yeah, there is. The 6 are just screen shelters, and I guess no, I guess they all have a water and electric at those screen shelters. And then they have 3 cabins that have air conditioning and heat. And some of these cabins are right down there on the lake. They have a little lake there, which is closed, by the way, because of algae bloom right now. But they have a little no wake lake there, and they have these shelters down there to where if you had yourself or you had a group, you could get a bunch of friends in different shelters. Anyway, so the cabins have air conditioning and heating. The hiking trails, they have 4. They have 2 smaller ones. We did one of the smaller ones, and then we did the one around the lake, which is the longer of them all, and it's about 2.2 miles. All the trails are not going to be, if you have mobility challenges and stuff, you're not going to be able to do those trails. They're not tough. They have some rocky spots because of the terrain. There is a lot of rock and scrub and what have you. But they have steps cut out in them, so nearly all of them have steps. So you're not just scrambling over boulders and stuff. So, but we did them, and we're old and decrepit and everything, so no problem. I would call them easy to moderate at most. Anyway, the the lake is closed because of this bloom, but the lake is a small lake, and it's a no wake lake, so it's good. It would really be nice for kayaking, canoeing, paddleboard, really paddleboard. I mean, because it and I'm sure it's got some fish in it too. This is Texas. There's got to be some bass, perch, catfish, maybe some crappie. In there. When we were there last weekend, it was like armadillo baby capital. I mean, they were out. We probably saw 3 or 4, and they weren't like newborn, but they weren't adults either. So didn't see any deer, which was kind of strange for you. It's uncommon. But anyway, let's see. I believe that's about it. They have of course the lake's closed, but they have a concession there when a machine that they have like a few kayaks there that you could rent right there with the machine right there at the lake, And they have a little store there at the headquarters, for T-shirts and firewood. No ice cream though, which is kind of disturbing. They said, "Well, we can't keep ice cream here. All the employees eat it." So there you go. That's my take on Meridian State Park. It's a nice little park within 2 hours of the Metroplex if you're a local here. It's very clean. No micro trash or anything on the ground, or the and the park host must be awesome. I did see them a couple of times. When somebody leaves, they zoom right over there to the campsite. So anyway, a thumbs up to the Meridian State Park people, state of Texas Park Service. And anyway, so happy trails to you. This is Hatful Monty from Poverty Point, out.